It is November 19th. Sorry, I had to remember. I had to think about that for a second. Last week's video was a rough video. It wasn't really a video, but I can't do posts, so I am making this the day before it's supposed to go out. I had some other videos planned, but as you can tell, I'm still sick. We have been super busy and super sick, so I haven't been able to get to those videos. I have been sick for about 3 weeks now. I had gotten better, and then all of a sudden this past week, I just kind of went downhill. It is Friday. Monday and Tuesday. Monday I was pretty sick. I had started to get pretty bad. After feeling fine for a couple of days, and then Tuesday hit, and I started throwing up at around 12 a.m. Tuesday morning, about 11:45ish Monday night, and I threw up for about 12 hours straight. I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't even drink water. I was just throwing up. I was extremely dehydrated. I had a fever of 101 for most of the day. And I just felt like complete shit, to be honest. So around 2 or 3 o'clock, I ended up having to go to the ER because of how sick I was. And again, I couldn't keep anything down. I had tried to sleep during the periods where I wasn't throwing up, but around every 20 to 30 minutes, I would have to run to the bathroom again to throw up. The longest I went was about an hour and a half, but after that, again, it just kind of went to every 20 to 30 minutes where I was throwing up and in the bathroom. I had a hard time taking care of Becky, so Riker has had to stay home this entire week to take care of her. I didn't get released from the ER until around 4 o'clock Wednesday morning. I was just going to go to the Instacare to see if they could give me anything, but with the fact that my heart was beating pretty fast, and I was having chest pain, they wanted to give me an x-ray to make sure nothing was wrong, and they just kind of kept me overnight to make sure that I was doing better and that I wasn't suddenly going to go downhill. I just was, I went home after that and tried to relax as much as I could. I had started feeling better Wednesday. My fever broke early Wednesday morning. Thank goodness, because I was miserable. I was so hot that I was shaking because I felt really cold. I was finally able to eat something around, I think, 3 or 4 o'clock on Wednesday. So I hadn't eaten in over 24 hours. The first thing I was able to eat was a mandarin orange. And that felt really, really good. I just tried to sleep as much as I could to make up for the lack of sleep that I got from throwing up. And then Thursday, I ended up going to work. I felt better, but not quite there. That was yesterday. I ended up going to work yesterday. I didn't want to go, but I ended up going anyway. I ended up staying the entire time. The only thing that made up for me going was the fact that my friend was there. She wasn't planning on coming in, but came in anyway to help with our truck, which was really, really nice. And then today, I went to bed around midnight last night, and I didn't wake up until around like 11:30 this morning. So I slept for almost 12 hours. I didn't feel as tired as I thought I would after sleeping that long, but I think I just was kind of making up for the fact that I haven't been able to sleep almost this entire week, because yesterday I had to be to work at 2:30 in the morning, so I had tried to go to bed at around 7 Wednesday night, but I didn't end up going to bed until around 10 or 11, so I did not get a whole lot of sleep Wednesday night, and so I think I just kind of made up for the lost sleep last night to this morning. We are getting ready to go to Salt Lake, so this is just going to be a short, simple video. I would normally be in my room, but Riker is playing video games. Other than that, I would normally sit at the kitchen table or on the couch, but my entire kitchen is a disaster from being sick and not being able to do anything. I've also had a giant migraine Tuesday and Wednesday, and I didn't get Tylenol to help until Wednesday. It was exhausting. Every time I would stand up or sit up, my brain hurt and felt like it was moving. So I just wanted to lay down. Again, super sick. I am still super sick if you cannot tell. But I feel like myself again, at least partway there. I hope the sickness goes away. Becky has gotten better. Riker is still somewhat sick, and I'm still sick. But I plan on washing laundry and filming this next week because Riker will be at work. I don't know if I'll film Monday. I'll try to film Monday, but I don't know how well that's going to go. I'm still trying to figure out what's going on with my laptop, but I will be buying an actual desktop laptop or an actual desktop computer for with my taxes. We will also be using that money for rent. Another reason I have been kind of MIA the past couple of weeks is because we are having an issue with our rent. I had applied for rent assistance and gotten approved, and they had sent 3 months of rent to my apartment manager, and my apartment manager got the first month of rent but is claiming that they didn't get the second and third month. So we've had a big issue where my October rent was late, and we had to do this whole issue of, well, you owe us money, no I don't, you have the rent with you. It was a lot of phone tag and my apartment manager getting mad, and the people that we applied through where we hadn't had any issues. The people that we applied through, we've we haven't had any issues until these past 3 months. So they they were kind of getting annoyed because they were like, they had sent us the check number, when it had been deposited, or when it had been sent, when it had been deposited, if it had been approved or not, the amount that the check was for. So it just became like this whole debacle where the apartment manager was saying that she hadn't received it, and then the owner was saying that he hadn't received it, but it was saying that it was approved and cleared by the bank from the owner, by the owner. So it was just this whole big issue. I think we have it situated now. I haven't heard any different from my apartment manager, so I'm hoping that it is all taken care of for October and November, and I shouldn't have to owe anything. We are trying to renew our lease, and in order to renew it, we have to have our rent for December. And because I have been sick this past week, and Riker has been sick this past week, and has been taking care of me and Becky with us being sick, and Riker has been out of work this entire week, he will not be getting paid next week. So our rent might be late next week because we have to wait for 2 weeks for 2 checks in order to pay our rent. And it drives me nuts. There's been that whole debacle, and then me not feeling well, and then I just haven't been able to get anything done in this apartment. My living room looks like a disaster because we've just been letting Becky do whatever she wants, to be honest. She hasn't, well, she's gotten in trouble, but that was only like the other day because she played with the blinds. And the blinds are all broken, so I have to go and fix those. I should be getting back in the swing of things. Taxes, I will be getting a desktop computer, and I think I want to buy the stuff that I use for editing so that I don't have any issues. I also need to buy a few more things for my camera. I want to get us into an actual house. It is very apparent that Becky needs one, and we want to grow our family. Along with that, this apartment, I think I want to make a whole new video. Maybe that's what I'll do next week, on how I'm doing in general. Not about my sickness, but about life in general right now. Because I need someone to talk to. I'll actually make that the plan. Instead of doing a cleaning video, I will do a how I'm really doing. This video has just kind of been for this past couple of weeks, but to this month roughly. But I want to talk about my overall mental illness and how I'm really doing and all of that stuff. So plan for that video this coming week. I want it to be real. I want it to be raw. There might not be a whole lot of editing in next week's video. There's going to be no editing in this video other than my intro, the Campbell family one, and then the outro. Other than that, this is the video. Thank you so much for watching, you guys, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.